I just went over the basics of who might answer the door. Now I'll give you some dialogue ideas for starting a conversation at the door. First, you'll want to prepare your first greeting at the door. As you approach the door for the first time, take a moment to ask yourself, how much do I think this home is worth? You should research the community before starting out in your farming game. You should be familiar enough with the area that you'll have a figure in mind. It's quite possible that this will come up in conversation with a decision maker while you're at the door, especially if they're already considering selling. When introducing yourself for the first time, you can say, "Hi, my name is X and I'm with X real estate firm." "Hi, my name is Ashley and I'm with Angel Hasman and Associates." When it is your first contact, fully introduce yourself. You want to identify yourself as an agent right away. You want to establish this immediately. Otherwise, they will not know why you're at their door. They could easily confuse you with another type of knocker. You always want to be clear about why you showed up at their door. Here are some sample introductions that you can use. "I came by to introduce myself," or "I came by to give you this information." You can use whatever materials you will be leaving to adapt the introduction from there. Overall, when visiting a door, it's important to be direct. The golden rule is always to be direct. Let the people know right away why you're knocking, so there isn't an uncertainty when they answer the door. This allows you to start the conversation on the right foot. This also takes any questions out of the person's mind. You don't want them to need to ask you, "Who are you?" If you start by making small talk about the weather or something similar, they will likely spend that entire time wondering why you're there. Some small talk is good for building rapport, but first introductions should always be introducing yourself as an agent. The longer it takes you to tell them why you're there, the more nervous they might become around you. Think about the last time someone came to your door or called you that you didn't know what their intentions were. It probably made you feel a little uncomfortable. Your aim is to make your prospect feel comfortable with you. For this reason, your approach should not beat around the bush. It may seem like an abrupt approach, but it will benefit your long game. The person is much more likely to warm up to you when they know what your intentions are. Being direct is also more valuable use of your time and energy. You want to be efficient and move quickly from door to door. You don't want to be bogged down by conversations that won't move your game forward. Keeping your conversations direct and time efficient improves your turnover stats in the long game. If you pick up on an annoyed vibe at any point, this is the time to be direct about how much time that you intend on taking. Say something like, "I'll just take a moment of your time." This disarms the person from asking you, "How long is this going to take?" It also keeps you in control of the conversation and keeps the interaction concise. At the door, do not bait and switch. Bait and switch is when you pull someone into a conversation by building a false sense of rapport. It is when you bait them into thinking that they're talking to you for a different reason than they are. It is when you hide that you're an agent at the beginning of the conversation. Even though bait and switch is actually a heavily promoted strategy online, it's a horrible idea. You don't want to surprise prospects with the fact that you are an agent after they started talking to you. It's sneaky and does not build trust. It also catches the person off guard, and that will kill the rapport, the very thing you're aiming to build. No one likes to feel tricked. The quickest way to kill rapport is to make your prospect feel like a fool. If you try any form of trickery with your words or actions, they will feel that you are making a fool out of them. And this will not result in a win for you and does not leave a good impression. Overall, you always want to connect naturally. When you're at the door, remember who you are as a person. How would you talk to someone in your everyday life? You can use this as a guideline to your interactions. You want to connect with people in a relatable way. Talk to people at the door just as you would talk normally to somebody. Be professional yet casual. You don't want to hide that you're an agent, but you also don't want to overdo the real estate side of your character. Here are some great script guidelines and tips for how to keep the interaction natural. Say "hey" instead of "hello" to make a person feel more relaxed. This change in your words helps make your interaction more friendly. I'll show you what I mean. Speak out the following and see how it sounds. You will hear for yourself which one has more of a friendlier tone to it. Hello, my name is Ashley Nielsen from Angel Hasman and Associates Realty. I am a licensed real estate agent. The reason I came here is to tell you that I recently sold a home in your area. Now, compare that to this following alternative. Hey, my name's Ashley from Angel Hasman. The reason I came by today is to let you know that I just sold one of your neighbors' home down the road. As you can hear, a simple swap of words sets a much more natural tone compared to the first formal greeting. Your goal at the door is to remain casual yet professional, while still hitting all of your key points. Your overall goal as an agent is to come across as being likable. When you're likable, you are much more likely to build profitable relationships. It's more about likability than anything else when you're making your first impression at the door. The most likable agent is the one who will win the most leads. I've seen this time and time again.